Hey, Flight Simmers, it's Sizzling Popcorn, and let's recap the Microsoft Flight Simulator dev stream that just happened today, August 14th. There's a lot to cover, so mostly 2020 stuff, but we do have some new insights into 2024. First off, the licensing of Top Gun Maverick DLC has been extended 2 years until the end of 2026. One of the big news pieces coming out of the dev stream is that Sim Update 16 is now postponed, most likely to early 2025, with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 coming out in November. The reason for this is that they're waiting on an Xbox platform update, which hasn't happened yet. Instead, Aircraft Avionics Update 3 will release updates to 3 aircraft: the A310 by I&I Builds, the A320neo by I&I Builds, and the PC6 by Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. It's not Hans Zimmer, but every time I see the name Hans, I always think of Hans Zimmer, the famous score composer. Cameron from I&I Builds was there to talk about some of the significant changes from the A320neo, including a new LNAV system. There will be more power for flex takeoffs, and it will be easier to rotate. They've also added a new radial in feature into the McDo. Overall, there should be performance improvements. Continuing on with planes, Local Legend 19 will see the Focke-Wulf 200 Condor release August 22nd. This German aircraft had its first flight in 1937 and was meant as a long-hauler airliner connecting Berlin with New York City, but it quickly switched to a military role just a few years later during World War II. The ATR-42 STOL and 72 Freighter are set to be introduced into the sim in September as a free update to the ATR package. The Boeing 707-320C is ready to go and will release September 17th. Now let's talk about World Update 18, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And you're probably thinking, why do we keep going back to the same places and there's still nothing in South America, the Middle East, or Africa? And it's because they received new DEM for the area from the European Union for free. So they've had to add it into the sim. But we'll talk more about this in just a moment. World Update 18 will release during Gamescom, which is August 21st to the 25th. Yoke said it should be out on August 22nd. And like the last update, there's a lot of POIs. We'll get 3 airports: Munich, Salzburg, and Bern. But by the way, I think this is now the 5th iteration of Salzburg. Come on. 10 cities, so new photogrammetry, will be in Berlin, Cairo, Potsdam, Frankfurt, and Hannen in Germany, Linz, Vienna, and Salzburg in Austria, and Zurich and Bern in Switzerland. The new aerials are from 2024, which is something 2020 users will see when 2024 gets aerial updates in the future. The reason why we haven't seen any world updates in some parts of the world is twofold. Sometimes it's getting the data, and other times it's government restrictions. And sometimes it's just both. Turkey, for example, won't let Microsoft contractors get the aerials, but instead will provide Microsoft with the data as long as it stays in the country. You see the red tape here? The data will have to go onto global servers at some point. It can't just be for Turkish users only. With all that said, the good news is World Update 19 will be in Brazil. That will be released in December, with the local legend being the Cap 4 by I&I Builds. With 2024 releasing in about 14 weeks, the aircraft that was supposed to come out this summer for the Olympics will now be pushed back until 2025. Famous Flyer 11 and 12 will launch in the marketplace next year. And talking about the marketplace, you'll soon see some changes to pricing and exchange rates. During the stream, there were a couple of questions answered about 2024. Marshall said that 2024 will have multi-throttle support beyond the 4 that we have in 2020. This means that you'll be able to fly the Antonov in 2024 with 6 throttles. Hey, Thrustmaster, you'll now have to sell a 6 throttle pack. But the 2024 sim will know how many throttles the aircraft has and give you the right number of controls for it. Another question was, will 2020 and 2024 multiplayer worlds be compatible? And the answer is no. They will be two separate worlds. On that topic, you won't be able to play both sims on the same PC at the same time. This also means that you'll need two separate community folders. Well, that's only if you're going to fly in the Back to the Future style. But don't fret, Yoke did mention at the end that although their focus is now on 2024, they are committed to supporting 2020 until 2028. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in this next video.